Alright, so, this was just kind of strange, right? um, so I'm sitting here cooking me some au gratin potatoes in the microwave when suddenly the fan just starts running. And I'm bringing it in here to show you, right? So I'm sitting here, and then the fan turns on high, right? Oh yeah, that's right. Could be a short, but it just suddenly turned on, right? Oh. And now it won't even turn off, right? So, right, right. So that's usually possibly a short where the thing is getting turned on when it shouldn't turn on. Right. If I remember some of the things from A school, right. Right. What usually causes a short, though, are two wires are touching somewhere in the wiring system here, right? That suddenly it's turned all the way on, or something connected it, right? Like say a roach or something like that, maybe, right? And then suddenly it turned on, right? Right? Yeah, so usually you do 3 and it's off, right? So now it won't even turn off, right? Which is weird, So, um, so the off is the ground, right? And it has no connection, right? The high and the low connect to the fan in this microwave there, right? To the wiring, right? Alright. And from then to beyond, you just touch the button once or twice, and then 3 times it goes back to off, right? So we saw that too, right? So the wire runs from the controller in this here's your controller here, right? So the wire runs from the controller to the fan. Right? Now when you hit it once, it goes high, twice it goes low, and 3 times it turns off, right? Right, which means there's no circuitry there, right? No connection to the electrical source, which is all wired in the control panel itself. So again, why is it on in all 3 positions? It usually means a wire, right? And something is connecting that wire electrically to the other 3, right? Or other 2, right? And I'm not sure if it's both wires, but let's do that again. See what happens. So it's not turning off at all. See, I guess that would turn it off. That might be high. Yep. So it's not turning off, which means this one is getting power, right? Even though it's off. But to do that, there has to be a connection between the off and the on here, right? If you understand what I mean, right? Right. Because normally that's the off switch, right? And the off switch has no connection to the electrical grid, right? It's not supposed to. So again, we're going to try it again. 1, 2, 3. Should turn off, right? It's not turning off, right? So, what that tells me here is either the panel is connecting all 3 here wires somehow, which could mean an insect or something in the panel and causing a connection with the other 2. But whatever it is, it's got to keep the current going, right? Between this switch and this switch, right? So each one is a switch that produces a different outcome with the microwave, right? So what this one does is turn it on high, this one turns it on low, and this one is supposed to turn it off, right? But then the other 2, either off to low or off to high, or all 3, right, are making a connection to where I can't turn it off. Woo! Which could mean an insect is inside the panel being electrocuted. Technically did, right? It has to have something that can handle the amperage, right? And the volts being turned on, right? Which I'm not sure how many volts it takes for the fan, or something like that. But for it to do this on the off position means there's a connection between the low or high wire or both, right? Which is in the circuitry itself, right? So what that means is either this one's overheated and melted into this one, right? And it's causing a connection, right? That shouldn't be there, right? So it should be off now, but it's on, right? So that means either the wire going to the fan has a connection problem, right? Could be touching one of the other wires, right? Which is called a short, right? Right. Am I wrong, EMFM King? See if you know your electricity, motherfucker. From A school, at least. Because they all showed us how to read the schematic, right? But I never saw the schematic, nor what the damn piece of equipment looked like. Right? That's going to be a hard job to figure out on your own, right? Ain't it? Ain't it? Yep. You don't even know what the piece of equipment looks like because you've never seen it before, right? On the ship or off, right? Especially if there's something on the ship you won't see in civilian life, right? Either, but it does teach you in general how to work on electrical things, like I said, right? So if there's a wire running to the fan, it's now a short because something is connecting the wire to where the ground or the off is now on, right? And it's the only way it can happen, right? So that means we have an exposed wire, right, between here and the fan, right, that is touching it to where it turns on now, right? That's what that's called. That's called a short. And that's something I remember from A school, by the way, which was 30 years ago. Damn.